climate, nature, health, gender equality, food systems, and sustainable cities. We need a paradigm shift towards holistic, systems-level partnerships that unite diverse stakeholders to address all dimensions of this challenge. And we know that we cannot do this alone. We need to elevate the voices of those most affected, the women and youth who bear the brunt of this crisis. They are not data points or beneficiaries. They are leaders and change makers within their communities. We must empower them with tools, resources, and opportunities to drive the clean cooking revolution forward. This is not a time for half measures or incremental progress. We need bold, transformative action that puts clean cooking at the center of our global agenda. Together, we can unleash the immense potential of clean cooking to improve lives, empower communities, and safeguard our planet for future generations. Let us seize this moment and commit ourselves to nothing less than a clean cooking revolution, one that leaves no one behind. Thank you.
Yetu Mosi Sigele China Lusapho lwayo Hoza moya Usi sigele China lusapho lwayo Move we move it we move it we move it move it we 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 move it
It's an energy issue, but as we know now, it's not just an energy issue. It's a health issue, it's an education issue, it's a gender issue, it's a climate action issue, it's an empowerment issue. So we had to bring together all of the ministers of those sectors to have a national clean cooking strategy because each of their policies impacted that. And that's why we've been able to be successful, because at 40%, we are the highest in West Africa and the third highest in Sub-Saharan Africa. And I'd like to commend pushing the delivery units, which are technical support for governments at the highest level so that we can incorporate all these targets and goals in our national planning and development. And with our collaboration, it has to be international as well. So not just intra, but international. And as I mentioned earlier, We have to share our experiences. I mean, we have to share research and standardization. It's not right, or it shouldn't be, we shouldn't waste time researching what our neighbors have already researched, for example. So it's important that we do that. And of course, private sector investments is what will drive this conversation. We've seen the evolution of technology. We've seen how innovation has driven down prices. And really, the adaptation of these technologies, affordability is at the heart of it. So without being able to afford it, people cannot adapt the technology. So it's important to encourage, incentivize private sector so that they can continue to innovate to drive down the prices. At the heart of what I do, and I've been at this for several years, is that we need to honor our commitments. We come to conference after conference and summit after summit, and there are pledges and there are commitments that are announced to wide applause, thunderous applause, and everybody's excited, and then nothing, or precious little. And we really hope this will be the last summit that will be had. So the commitments must be honored. And finally, let us treat this subject as an urgent matter, because it is.
Nearly 1 billion people in Africa with no other choice but to rely on polluting cooking methods with devastating consequences to the climate, local environment, women's health, and livelihoods. But amidst these challenges, as we've seen here today, there is hope. We are at a pivotal moment where we can finally, collectively, acknowledge that clean cooking intersects with the most pressing global issues of our time: energy access, public health, sustainable development, gender equality, and climate change, and take action that unlocks transformative, systemic change. For those of us who've worked in this sector for many years, we understand the power of awareness raising and how events like these can bring new stakeholders into the fold. But I sincerely hope that we are nearing the point where we no longer need to justify that this is a challenge worth addressing, that the climate and environmental impacts are real, that the health and well-being of Africa's women matters. Let us stop reciting the negative impacts and realize a world in which every household has access to affordable, reliable, and sustainable cooking solutions. This isn't just a dream, it's an achievable goal within our grasp, and we know how to do it. We know that a dedicated task force or delivery unit can accelerate national clean cooking transitions. So we must support the self-determination of African governments and provide the resources and finance for implementation. We know that carbon markets are crucial for scaling access and improving affordability. Clean cooking carbon projects are real and are happening all over the world. We need buyers to commit to purchasing the highest quality, highest integrity credits for a fair price. We know that clean cooking can unlock progress on other agendas like climate, nature, health, gender equality, food systems, and sustainable cities. We need a paradigm shift towards holistic, systems-level partnerships that unite diverse stakeholders to address all dimensions of this challenge. And we know that we cannot do this alone. We need to elevate the voices of those most affected, the women and youth who bear the brunt of this crisis. They are not data points or beneficiaries. They are leaders and changemakers within their communities. We must empower them with tools, resources, and opportunities to drive the clean cooking revolution forward. This is not a time for half measures or incremental progress. We need bold, transformative action that puts clean cooking at the center of our global agenda. Together, we can unleash the immense potential of clean cooking to improve lives, empower communities, and safeguard our planet for future generations. Let us seize this moment and commit ourselves to nothing less than a clean cooking revolution, one that leaves no one behind. Thank you.